Take a deep breath and settle into your comfy chair. Welcome to the Healers Collective, the podcast that will alchemize your health and ignite an expansion within your soul. I'm Caroline Nixon, and with my over 25 years of experience in all things holistic, as well as being a psychic, a healer, and a medical intuitive, I will guide you deeper into your energetics, your body, and your soul, supporting you along your path to be the best healer, psychic, energy worker that you can be, knowing and trusting that your body is fully supporting you. Together, we will be navigating all things energy, vibration, frequency, mindset, soul, body, spiritual practices, and more as we move through this thing called life. So grab a cup of something hot and let's get to it. Hello. So today on this episode of the Healers Collective podcast, we're going to talk about healers needing healers. And when I say healers, I mean psychics, energy workers, mediums, that kind of thing. Okay. I just call everybody healers. Every time I write a Facebook post or an Instagram post about how healers need healers, and I give reasons why, I inevitably get people going, yes, it's so important. And oh my gosh, yes. And everyone agrees that healers need healers. But let me tell you an experience that I've had over and over again, and even with myself. Okay, I am not immune from this from time to time. But I have been in many different spiritual realms, psychic circles. I've been in masterminds, I've been in programs, and I can tell you with certainty, and maybe you can relate, is as much as we say, yes, healers need support. Oh, it's so important. Just like having a chiropractor or a doctor or whatever. There is a lot of resistance with healers and psychics getting support because there is a belief, and I'm not saying 100% of people have this, but I have seen enough to say pretty strongly that there is a belief that because I'm a healer, because I'm a psychic, because I'm an energy worker, I should be able to heal myself. I hear it all the time, and there is like frustration and resistance and all of these emotions and beliefs. And you know what? A lot of that is shadows. It's your past experiences. It's your trauma, basically. And I don't use that word very often because I feel like it's overused, but it is those beliefs that I have to do it all. I have to do it. I'm this healer and it has to be me. And while that is true, I mean, I do believe that we can heal ourselves. I believe that all healing is self-healing. However, having said that, when we are going through something, whether it's physical or emotional or, something major has happened in our lives, or we have even a cold or a headache, and if you're in pain, it can be really challenging to work on yourself. It can be challenging to get clear, pure, channeled information about what your body needs, about what your soul needs, because you're in the thick of it. You're in an emotional state. You're not thinking clearly because you're in pain. And it is absolutely okay. And oftentimes it can be even quicker recovery having someone who is not emotionally attached to the situation help you, help hold space for you, help move energies for you, help you see where you've got a blind spot. Because here's the thing, we all have our stories, we have our experiences, we have our beliefs, we have our opinions, and sometimes our mind and our ego and our human can get super activated. Ask me how I know. I am I've worked with my human a lot, especially lately, getting on board, getting out of the way so that my soul and my higher self can lead. And our humans can be very, very, very stubborn. And sometimes when someone else is supporting us, guiding us, healing us, our human can get super activated and say, no, that's not it. That's not it. No, this is what it is. And that's your resistance talking. That is your human talking. That is your inner child talking, your younger self talking, your shadows talking. So it's something to keep in mind, okay? Another thing I see quite often with healers and psychics and energy workers is that there is this belief, and it may even be subconscious, that, well, I'm a healer. I shouldn't get sick. I shouldn't be struggling with my health. I shouldn't be doing this. That we should on ourselves all the time, right? And that is not true either. Now, having said that, I do see a lot of healers and psychics and energy workers who are struggling with their health, and they have dis-ease and disharmony in their body. Okay, I see it a lot. I really do. And that can be caused by a lot of different things. Everybody is unique. But one of the things that I want to impress upon you is being a powerful healer doesn't mean that you never get sick. Your body's always talking to you. Now, whether or not your human is listening is a whole other story. And healers are the most loving, giving to everyone else, filling their cup last, not working on their energetics like they need to, not putting themselves first. They do this all the time, okay? And so if you don't want to be sick, if you want to be as healthy and vibrant as possible so that you can have all the energy to sustain your life, your lifestyle, your business, do yourself a favor and work on your energetics every single day. It does not have to take a long time. My morning practice is about 10 minutes or so. If I've got something bigger, if I get triggered during the day, because, people are just reflections for us to look at. If I'm triggered by something, it is not about the person, it is about me. When I'm being smart, when I'm being aware and conscious, I will take a step back and go, okay, I'm triggered. What do I need to understand about this? So I will stop during my day, as I am able to, but I do make space and time to do this and work on my energetics as things arise. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. You're not expected. No one expects you never to get sick. But the more you consistently work on your energetics, work on all of those aspects that I talked about in the last episode of what it takes to be healthy and heal, the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the energetics, you will find that your health is more and more improved. You'll even find that maybe aging will look like you're reversing an age, and you'll feel better. Your skin will glow. All your systems will be more optimal. Okay? But it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. There's this illusion that we have to be perfect. Spoiler alert, there's no such thing as perfect. Okay? You're perfect and divine just as you are. However, as things arise and as you are helping your clients, you might want to consider up-leveling your energetics so that you can hold more light, so that you can heal your body quicker, have less downtime, help your clients heal faster, grow your business, get your message out into the world, share your magic with more people, and make more money, okay? And this requires you showing up for yourself and working on your energetics, okay? Another thing that is really good about healers, helping healers, psychics, energy workers, is that they can help hold the space so that you can, they can hold the energy for you so that you can see what you need to see in order to begin healing your body. They can hold the energy. I hold the energy. I bring in energy so that my clients can see what they need to see, understand what they need to understand, and begin to release and heal and up-level. Healers, supporting healers, they're really good at cheerleading. Sometimes it can be a little bit lonely out in this healing space because as much as I have psychic friends and I have, energy worker friends, we are still quite small in the percentage, okay? It can, especially us healers that work from home, it can be a little bit lonely at times. It can feel a little isolating at times. Not always. For the most part, I feel very supported in my community. But, maybe our friends and our loved ones don't really understand what we do, and that can feel a little bit isolating. So having a healer to cheerlead for you, to support you, to be a friend even, to collaborate with, and to hold you accountable to your goals, your intentions. It can be really powerful. It can be really supportive, okay? And another thing is a healer can help you up-level. Sometimes as healers and psychics and energy workers, we can be doing this for a long, long time, and maybe we stop practicing. Maybe we are just kind of doing our thing and it's going all right and we're, in our groove and we're doing well, but we're not really growing and expanding. Another healer can help you to do that, help you activate new codes within your body, help you to up-level your health, help you to up-level your connection, activating new gifts. So that can be a really kind of fun and exciting way to work with another healer. And then one thing that I think it's important to mention, and I've seen it a lot, and I will say that even at times I have felt this way, because I'm human just like you. And I have lessons just like you. And I grow and expand just like you. And one thing that I've seen as a bit of a resistance to working with another healer, despite everything else I've said, is that sometimes we don't know how to receive because we are so used to giving, and, maybe some of our shadows are activated and are martyr and have to do it all and I have to save the world and, if I don't do it, it won't get done. All of those, fairly disempowering energies that we can hold within our energetics from past experiences, from things that we've learned from a young age, from society itself that says women have to give, and, you have to take care of everybody else. And I see this a lot in the spiritual community. This, I have to save you, I have to give, and not being able to receive. Now, there can be a million different ways that this is showing up in your life. It could be from your inner child. It can be from a younger you. It can be like a protection, a form of protection. There's so many things. But it's something to look at if you have a hard time. I'm always reminded of a story where, I can't remember where I heard it, but it was said that, can you even accept a compliment without having to say, oh, like blowing it off. For instance, My sister. I'll tell a little story about my sister, and it's a very small thing, and a lot of us do this, and it's something that I've been very keenly aware of for a while, and I endeavor to just accept the compliments because we don't know how to do that. Even a compliment. Or, well, I have two stories. Okay, so one is a story about a neighbor of mine who asked me if I could let her dogs out. No big deal. Can you let my dogs out during the day? Absolutely. I work from home. I was able to do it. My schedule was clear. Sure. And I did that for 2 days for her. And I went over, let her dogs out, played with them for a few minutes. It was all lovely because her dogs are so sweet. And she kept thanking me. And she thanked me profusely. And then she gave me a card. And then she gave me a gift. And I was thinking to myself, first of all, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much. And second of all, I was thinking about like, wow, I did you a favor. So immediately you feel like you have to turn around and do something for me. And we're taught this. If someone gives you a gift, give them a thank you note. As young children, write to your grandparents and they write you and you write them. And it's like this constant give and take. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's beautiful. It's lovely to do that. And then let me go back to the story with my sister. I'll say, oh gosh, I love that dress. And she'll say, oh, this old thing, I got it at the thrift store for $2. And it's instead of just saying, thank you. And it's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of life, but it's just interesting because we discount things so easily, especially women. I'm going to call us out. We do this all the time. And I was thinking to myself as I was getting ready for this podcast, isn't it interesting how easily we just kind of blow it off? Like we blow off receiving compliments. And if you aren't able to receive a compliment just by saying, you look nice today, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Without immediately saying, oh, no, I don't, or this old thing, or no, you look fabulous. It's just something to think about. And if it is hard to receive a compliment, is it going to be even harder to receive help or to pay somebody for help or to pay for a massage, to receive a massage, to receive a gift from someone? I just find it interesting. I find human behavior interesting. It's probably my background in sociology. And I just want to leave you with that. Just something to ponder and think about. And maybe even notice throughout your day how you respond to receiving throughout your day. Because I promise you, if you can't receive a compliment, chances are you're going to have issues receiving lots of other things in your life, like money, like clients, like gifts, okay? Or it might be really easy for you to receive gifts, but you have a hard time receiving clients or money. And all of this is always tied up with things that we need to address, those aspects of healing that we need to address. And it looks different for everybody, okay? So healers definitely need healers. I'll talk about, I guess in another episode, that healers need healing as well, and I touched on it earlier. So I'm going to leave you with that for today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you struggle receiving. And I will see you on the next episode. Be sure to like and subscribe. Give me a rating. I would love a review. Share this with your friends. And I will see you on the next episode.